is so tough at home. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will go to work first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were. You could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose. You hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer and the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch?
This crowd in Boone, North Carolina, they are showing out on this big third down. Leaves it in his belly. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. Coming. The Chanticleers will try to pin them back with the punt. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So Appalachian State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. Big day in his last game, over 150 yards on the ground and a score. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. The biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Well, it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Play action. Rush right in his face. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
That was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look.
Settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Just a short pass to the tight end. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
Long way to go on second down. In traffic, it's Dickey. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of running room. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And the shot to clear is getting set on 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Finds his target. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right side, it's Dickey. Touchdown, shot to clear. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Quick give. It's Conda. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He'll take it himself. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Mountaineers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. On the run, it's Compton. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low. Chop on every single player.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Skinner. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Look out! And down he goes. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. The Mountaineers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that
down to the 37.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
From the gun, he's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. To throw, it's Lacy. Here comes the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Third and long coming up. They want to throw it. Under pressure. But a little time, lets it go. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. It's away and a beauty headed toward the sideline. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over and they'll go to work from here. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking for a crease to the left. They were all over it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking downfield, it's Horn. Spits it out to the back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. The shot that clears line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. Searching for space. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Third and long right here. Making the adjustment on the play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Touchdown, App State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
It'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Horn. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen him in a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will push his sack.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. On the return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Appalachian State comes out on the field to get the drive started. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going for it all. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
To the air, it's Lacey. Rolls right. He's going to take off. He'll be stopped just a little short of that 25-yard line, and now they have a decision to make on 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Out wide left, it's Skinner. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Changing the routes with his receiver. Drops back on 1st down. Out wide right, it's Skinner. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
You know, there's so many...
That stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. to me, and this drive will start at the 25. The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Fire into the right, complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Sets his feet. It's Horn. Left side is Sticky. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety.
He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books. Head time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Off play action. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Need. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That's reeled in. It's Skinner. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him, get some positive yards. Basically a run play.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Compton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40.
Man, this is how we do it. Defensively, you go into halftime, you make adjustments, you talk about, we've seen him do this, we've seen him do that. Let's get ready for it. Let's have a plan.
Going the other way, and he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Ready to fire from the pistol. Right side, it's Dickey. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
The Appalachian stayed faithful, raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on third down. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. And the shot that clears will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Left side is Skinner. He's past the 30. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Off play action on first down. Gets it to the back. Could not make his way to the corner.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
On the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Horn. The throw. A strike downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The shot that clears have it with a 1st and 10. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Talk about a breakdown in coverage. That might be the easiest catch he'll have all day.
Dude, it doesn't get much easier than that, except the hardest part about this is the walk to the sidelines, because then you have to justify what happened, and your defensive coach is going to be just a smidge upset that you left that guy wide open in the end zone for the big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25. Stopped at the 26. Final play of the quarter coming. Hits inside. It's Compton. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Making the adjustment. Sells the fake. Out wide left, it's Compton. There he goes. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Compton. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Moving the pocket, it's Lacy. Rush is on. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Left side is Golden. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. The Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Turns up, it's Need. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Out wide right, it's Getty. Snags it, and there's running room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Grab behind the line. It's Need. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. And the Mountaineers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Knocked down immediately. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got one time. It's going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. And it's good! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Coming out with it, it's Hout. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air, it's Horn. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Man, when you get in the 2-minute drill, we don't got to get it all at once. Still got time on the clock. Got to get these 1st downs. Use the stoppage of the clock to your advantage.
Got the 1st down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload. Oh, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down to the air. Finds his man. And
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we've got to get the first down, or we've got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to 4. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Snapped on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Their work here is virtually done.